Here's check on stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. First of all, let us take a look at the tri-state forecast from our meteorologist, Pat Pagano. And that forecast is calling for a cloudy day today with showers, and it will be cooler today than it has been. Temperatures will still be in the lower 40s, though, which is way above what it should be for this time of year. Taking a look at tonight, cloudy with some drizzle. Our temperatures will dip to the mid-30s tonight. And then on Friday, cloudy, a chance of showers mixed with some wet snow. No accumulation is possible from that, according to Pat Pagano. Our temperature on Friday is 40. And our current outlook for the weekend looks like this. A partly cloudy day on Saturday, temperature in the lower 40s. And then on Sunday, we have sunny skies and a temperature of 40 to 45 degrees. Right now at 67 Main Street here on the Green in Sharon, our temperature stands at 45 degrees. Stories that we are following for you today. The Connecticut Attorney General has appointed Eileen Meskel as Deputy Attorney General. Tong announced yesterday appointed Eileen Meskel to serve as Deputy Attorney General, succeeding Margaret Q. Chaffel, who will retire this month after more than 30 years of service in the Office of Attorney General, including 4 as Deputy Attorney General. She is the daughter of Governor Thomas J. Meskel, who also served as a judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Court. Meskel was sworn in yesterday at the Office of Attorney General. New York laws are seeking to crack down on COVID-19 fraud. New laws to crack down on the historic wave of fraud that robbed New Yorkers of billions of dollars in pandemic aid and stole millions from countless people tangled in COVID-19 schemes. The measure boosts rewards for fraud whistleblowers and increases penalties for fraud committed during the agencies. Governor Kathy Hochul on Wednesday signed the laws approved by the state lawmakers earlier this year. Currently, a successful whistleblower in New York will receive between 15 and 30% of the proceeds recovered from fraud cases. That includes cases where private citizens file civil lawsuits on behalf of the government to help cover defrauded money. The new law allows courts to increase that whistleblower reward amount by up to 5% if the government intervenes, or 10% if it does not. The disclosure must also be about the use of government funds defrauded during the state of emergency, the legislature stated. Another new law will impose higher monetary penalties for any partnership, corporation, company, trust, or association or individual who committed fraud during a declared state of emergency. The penalties will be not more than $15,000 for each violation, or 3 times the actual restitution needed, whichever is graded according to that law. The many sides of Connecticut Region 1 School District. The Superintendent of Schools for Region 1 has introduced a series of films as thumbnail sketches of its schools and services. The project was proposed by Nancy Haggard-Martin, who works at the regional office at Housatonic Valley Regional High School websites. She collaborated with Ted Parati, Housatonic class of 16, a local documentary filmmaker, and his colleague Elias Hill, class of 18, to complete the project this fall. The series includes a video on each of the elementary schools: Cornwall Consolidated, Kent Center, Lee H. Kellogg, North Canaan, Salisbury Central, and Sharon Center, in addition to videos on the Region 1 Central Office, Mahoney Hewitt Science and Technology Center, extracurricular activities at Housatonic, the 21st Century Fund for Housatonic, and support services that are also available. A big thank you from Region 1 went out to Nancy Haggard-Martin and Pig Iron Films for the important work that showcases what goes on at Region 1 schools. Out of Hartford, Governor Ned Lamont recommended the state legislature cut income taxes for the middle class in the state. In his State of the State address on the opening day of the 2023 legislative session yesterday, while Lamont offered no specifics, Democratic and Republican legislators reacted favorably to the general idea of cutting income tax rates for Middle Connecticut. The governor's announcement Wednesday was not unexpected. In December, Lamont had raised the possibility of cutting income taxes for taxpayers earning up to $150,000 or $200,000 a year, but the governor mentioned no dollar amount in the speech on Wednesday. The immediate budget outlook for the state is the best in years. Revenues are projected to grow faster than fixed costs over the budget cycle, and the budget reserve fund is now flush. The current 2023 fiscal year is projected now to end with a $2.8 billion surplus. The Connecticut State Supreme Court has assumed jurisdiction over an appeal seeking to reinstate religious exemptions for required school vaccinations. The state's highest court issued the order December 14th, transferring the case from the state appellate court, where it had been pending since mid-September. The state is appealing a Superior Court judge ruling denying a motion to dismiss the lawsuit from two Connecticut families based on the assertion of governmental immunity from Governor Ned Lamont and the State Commissioners of Education and Public Health. The legislature of Lamont revised the school vaccination law in 2021 to remove a decades-long religious exemption for immunizations for certain childhood diseases, including measles, mumps, and rubella. Parents from Orange and Greenwich sued in April to reinstate the religious exemption because they allege its 2021 repeal violated state and federal projections on the free extension of religion, including the state's Religious Freedom of Restoration Act. Well, the Town Grove Senior Center in Lakeville will have a free vaccination clinic coming up on January 9th from 3 till 6 p.m. That's 42 Ethan Allen Street in Lakeville. No appointment will be needed. Ages 6 and up, and you're asked to bring a health insurance card and photo ID if you have them, but it's not necessary to have health insurance or ID to receive the vaccine. No one will be turned away for lack of insurance or ID. Contact Lisa McAuliffe for further information at 860-435-5186 or email at mcauliffe@salisburyct.us. The Canaan Child Care Center is now accepting applications for full and part-time slots in school readiness preschool program. Children will work with teachers with degrees in early childhood education. The center is accredited by the National Association for Education of Young Children, NAEYC. The person to contact is Fran Chappelle at 860-824-0597. Taking a look at some of the events going on in and around our tri-state region. Well, the Folks Basket Raffle will be held today to benefit the Lee H. Kellogg School in Falls Village. Now, teams of trivia experts will compete in a head-to-head contest deciding who's the best trivia team in the Northwest Corner. This will happen, of course, in North Canaan. The games, which all the traditional format of Great Falls has been using since the start of doing public trivia. Competitions are scheduled for Sunday, January 22nd, February 12th, and 26th, March 12th, and 26th, April 2nd, and 30th. Congregational Church of Salisbury will present its monthly midday music and meditation. That comes up this Friday from 12 to 12:30 at 30 Main Street in Salisbury. The doors will open at 11:30. Attendance is limited to one-half capacity. You can wear masks or not. That will be up to you if you decide to attend. Taking a look at some other things going on in and around our tri-state region regarding events going on this weekend. The sign and substitute events are going on in Region 1 as Region 1 is looking for more substitute teachers. The next event will be held tomorrow from 8:30 to 11:30 in the morning at the Kent Center School. Coming up today, the Amenia Town Board meeting has a reorganizational meeting. That'll happen today. First floor meeting room at 6 p.m. Boy Scout Troop 22 is removing and recycling Christmas trees this year on Saturday, January 7th in Sharon, Salisbury, North Canaan, Falls Village, and Norfolk. To sign up, call 203-217-9917. Of course, this weekend, Crescendo will have their concerts that were postponed due to sickness. Saturday, January 7th at 5:30, Trinity Lime Rock Church in Lakeville, and on Sunday, January 8th at 4 p.m. at St. James Place in Great Barrington. More information at crescendomusic.org. The Ancrum Town Garage will be accepting Christmas trees for recycling through January 8th. They'll accept the trees through the 8th. Trees will be mulched and used for local projects, which will reduce their environmental impact, contributing to the beauty and health of the town. Coming up this morning in Salisbury at 10 o'clock, the Pope Land Design Committee is meeting. At 6 o'clock tonight, the Conservation Committee is meeting. Also meeting tonight in Pine Plains, the Town Board will hold its reorganizational meeting tonight at 7 p.m. at Town Hall. Ancrum has their Planning Board meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. That goes on at Town Hall as well. Our business brief is underwritten by Morgans at the Interlaken, interlakenin.com. You'll find them on Facebook and Instagram, and by Salisbury Bank, salisburybank.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average will start off the day today at 33,433.00, the S&P 500 at 3878.00, and the NASDAQ at 11,015.50. we'll take a look at that tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.